Hey guys, HDV here and welcome to a brand new video. Today we've got quite a few things to go over. Terastal Festival has been announced. We also have a couple of other things to cover as well regarding new events and stuff. And then we also have a pretty big rumor to go over about Pokemon Legends EA as well. There's a lot of things to break down and get into today. So if you're excited for the video, make sure to drop a like down below. Let's try to hit 500 likes. It really helps out. Leave a comment with your thoughts on anything we cover in today's video. Subscribe if you're brand new. Ring the notification bell. With all of that out of the way, let's get into the video and I really hope that you enjoy. So, starting things off, Terastal Festival has been announced. We have Cerebi here tweeting out saying, Cerebi update, the next Japanese Pokemon TCG set has been officially revealed, Terastal Festival, and it releases on the 6th of December 2024. So this is all about evolutions, I assume. It's got Eevee as kind of like the mascot of the TCG set. We have Umbreon here, we've got Glaceon, but then we also have Terapagos, Ogerpon. It's going to be like loads of Generation 9 Pokemon using terrestrialization, stuff like that. I really like the pack art though, it looks really, really nice. Not just because I'm a massive Eevee fan, but I generally think it just looks really cool. Anyway, we got a bit more information about this on Pokeguardian here. So S8A Scarlet and Violet High Class Pack Terastal Festival EX officially revealed. So there's a little bit more information about it here. So yeah, the upcoming Japanese set, Terastal Festival has been officially revealed on the official Japanese Pokemon card game YouTube channel during the Dream Match 2024 live stream. This is the final set of 2024 for Japan. Similar to most high-class pack sets, this particular high-class pack set includes numerous reprinted and competitively used cards featuring new and old artwork. Every booster pack guarantees one EX card, which is obviously very, very nice. And the new cards revealed are Flareon EX, Eevee EX, Hoot, and Larry's Professionalism. And then the booster pack artwork features Stellar type Umbreon and Glaceon, indicating that they might get an EX card on top of this set. So these are a few of the cards in this set. So obviously we've got Eevee here, Flareon. We've got some other stuff as well. Just quickly go through them if you... I know a lot of people do like collecting the TCG cards as well. And again, if it's a set that's not going to come out in the West, then it's obviously going to be something that you're only going to be able to get like Japanese versions of and stuff. But yeah, I mean, that's the new set. Like I say, a few cards revealed. Hoot, obviously Larry's Professionalism, Eevee, Flareon, all that jazz. Just a quick little update about that TCG set, because I know a lot of you guys that do watch videos also do like to dabble in the TCG as well. So that's that. Moving on, we also have this event as well that's also been announced for Pokemon Masters. So we've got Cerebi here tweeting out saying, Cerebi update, the next Pokemon Masters EX event has been announced. Adds Signasu, Ingo, and Chandelure, and Emmet and Electros into the game, and this runs from the 30th of October 2024. So obviously if you are a fan of Pokemon Masters, and that's obviously the latest event that you can get invested in. So that's that. We also have this leak to go over as well, which it would have been really broken in my opinion, but there was supposed to be a brand new move introduced in Generation 5, and it's a lost move for, again, we're kind of done with the Terra leak now. Like, we're only getting like dabbles of information, like very much crumbs of information at this point. It's going to take like a month for like the leak has already said they're not going to drop the Scarlet and Violet stuff, because obviously there's like events that haven't been announced yet, which obviously we covered in a recent video. We don't know what those are going to be. It could be tied to a mythical, could be tied to certain event raids or something like that, but there are still events in Scarlet and Violet that Pokemon have not announced yet, which are pretty big, hence why the leaker hasn't wanted to leak it yet. So in regards to anything else, I think we've basically come to the end of the Terra League now, because they're not going to drop Legends EA stuff, they're not dropping Generation 10 stuff, they're not dropping Generation 9 stuff, so we might get like dabbles of information like this, but I think for the majority, the damage is done and it's over now, unless they get a change of heart and want to leak everything. But apparently that's not going to happen, because the leaker has said they're not going to do that. But anyway, there is a lost move from Pokemon Black and White, so the move name is Melt, and it is a fire type move. And the effect is that it melts opponent's Pokemon's type. So basically it turns a steel type into a normal type. And then it also turns an ice type into a water type, which is absolutely busted. So it's not like, it doesn't do any damage, but it's got 100 accuracy, it's got 15 PP. And yeah, it says turns the opponent's steel type into a normal type, turns the opponent's ice type into a water type. So it'd be like so-and-so has melted and become a so-and-so type. So that would be really broken, especially for like steel types as well. If you were in like, I don't know, like a VGC doubles or something, and you wanted to, I don't know, for whatever reason, poison that Pokemon, you would then melt it, turn it into a normal type, and then you could then poison it. And obviously I assume that all the weaknesses would become what they would be for that type as well. So let's say you had a Scizor and you melted it and it just became bug normal, then maybe it would be then weak to, it would then be weak to what, not, well, I guess Sizzle's a bad idea because obviously Bug resists it, but you know what I mean, like the whole kind of situation, it could easily have quite a big impact on the competitive scene. But either way, that's that leaked move from Black and White. I think that'd be a cool move for them to introduce, though. It'd be broken, but I think it'd actually be really good. So that's all that, and then moving on, we do have a new rumor to go over today for Pokemon Legends ZA. This was posted today on the 29th. Earlier in the day, and it says Legends ZA leaks, and the image is Callum with his like hat just kind of like tipped over his eyes or whatever. Of course, this was posted on 4chan, so take it with a grain of salt. The kind of 4chan stuff has died down a little bit, which I'm surprised at, because we had like so much when we were expecting news, but I still think we're in that position where we could get news at any point. And yeah, I don't know, it's weird because obviously we were expecting like the trailer October-ish time or early October. And yeah, all the rumors were flying around, but now there's like barely anything. But anyway, there's this one. This isn't about a trailer or anything. This just has information about the game. So I guess if this is true, this person has played the game. I don't know if it's part of like the leaker circle or whatever, even though the leaker said they haven't given it to anyone. But either way, it just says Legends ZA leaks, and it says the release date currently not postponed, currently scheduled for early June. So I'm assuming that's early June 2025. Riddler-Ku did say it was going to be between A and J, so like April and June next year. That was when it was originally supposed to drop, so I guess June does kind of make sense. But again, it could easily get postponed. It could easily get pushed back. From what we know, it isn't. But again, we don't know like the ins and outs of what they're talking about and stuff. So hopefully it doesn't get pushed back. Like I say, the game hasn't been leaked, so you'd like to think if the game doesn't get leaked, then it's not going to get postponed. But if it does get leaked, then obviously it's going to get postponed, because they're not going to drop a game that we know every single thing about, because it's just pointless. So they're going to have to change the story and everything like that, and that would mean that they'd have to postpone the game. Like, that just makes sense. So hopefully it doesn't get leaked. Fingers crossed, because I don't want this game to get postponed, because it's already been postponed once. It was supposed to come out in 2024, but it got postponed to 2025. So then if it got postponed again to like later 2025, like December or something, that'd be even worse. Anyway, though, that's that. And then it says the starters will be the Generation 6 starter Pokemon, and they all receive Mega Evolutions. So, again, we don't know when this game is going to be taking place, but according to Riddler-Ku, it's not going to be, like, set in the ancient times. So if it is set around the events of X and Y, then yeah, it just makes sense that the starter Pokemon will be the Generation 6 starters, because if it's set, like, 10 years after or 10 years before, that's not going to, like, the starter Pokemon wouldn't have changed around in that situation. The only thing, though, is if it is set in the past, and it's only, like, 10 years in the past or whatever, then like what's it like, why would those, like, if it does introduce new Mega Evolutions, why wouldn't they have been available in X and Y if it was only set like 10 years in the past? Like, at least you have the argument if it's set in ancient times, then maybe the items get lost, like the Mega Stones get lost or something like that. But if it's only like 10 years in the past, then they're not going to get lost and stuff. So I don't know. Either way, it does say that the starters will be Gen 6 and they are going to receive Mega Evolutions. Then says the game takes place, 25 years before the X and Y event. So this is what I mean, is what I was just saying. Like, because then it goes on to say 15 new Mega Evolutions. But like, where were those new Mega Evolutions in the base game of X and Y? Like, it doesn't really make sense. So like I say, we don't know when it's going to be set. Potentially, chronologically, it makes sense to set it in the future, because then these Mega Evolution stones could get discovered or whatever. But yeah, if it's only like 25 years in the past, that's not enough time for them to like lose it all and stuff. So I don't know. It is what it is. But it's really difficult to kind of pinpoint when this is going to be set, because a lot of people were guaranteeing it was going to be set in the past, and myself included. I was like, it's a Legends game. I feel like the formula is just going to be ancient versions of that region. But I guess the biggest indication that it wasn't going to be in ancient times was the fact that when Legends EA got revealed, they didn't give it a new name. They called it Kalos. Whereas when Legends Arceus was revealed, they called it Hisui instead of Sinnoh. So that was a big indicator that it wasn't going to be set as far back in time as Hisui was. So maybe it's been right in front of us this whole time. But either way, it says it takes place 25 years before X and Y events. And then says there's going to be 15 new Mega Evolutions. So Dragonite, the Stars Pokemon, so that's 4. Crocodile gets one, which I think would be really cool. I'd like to see a Mega Crocodile. And then also some Flora, to name a few as well. So that's 3, 4, 5. So that's 6 new Mega Evolutions there. Again, we think we're going to get Zygarde. We think we're going to get Zeraora. And then also Zarude as well, potentially, which is that rogue Pokemon, according to Riddler-Ku. Potentially that's what it means. So that's 8, whatever. 8 or 9. So that's a big chunk of them. So if this is true, there's only like 6 that we don't know about. I'm not really too bothered about a Mega Sunflora though. It's just kind of a Pokemon that doesn't really need anything. It's just there. It's not very good. It doesn't really need... I don't want them to waste a Mega Evolution spot on it. It says the protagonist names are Adam and Chloe. So Chloe hasn't been used in the games, I don't believe. And then Adam, I don't think that's been used either. Are they very French-themed names? I think Chloe's relatively French-themed. In fact, I think we had Chloe in the anime, but I don't think that would be enough of a reason to not name the female protagonist Chloe. Adam, I think, is... I feel like Alexander is more French than Adam, though. But either way, Adam and Chloe are apparently the protagonist names. There's going to be one rival in the game, which obviously we didn't have in Pokemon Legends Arceus. And then it says the evil team is trying to take over the redevelopment plan to use it to capture the new legendary Pokemon. So that new legendary could be the potential A legendary that we think we're going to get. Or it could just be something completely different. Or it could be, I don't know, just something completely different that's like new to X and Y. So maybe it's a legendary that hasn't existed in there before, like, I don't know, like Solgaleo or something like that. But I highly doubt that. I think it's just going to be, I think the A in ZA is going to be a new Pokemon, but it could be linked to Rayquaza, it could be linked to Zeraora, like, it could be linked to any of these Pokemon, especially because we know that, like, Zeraora is likely to get a Mega Evolution, so it could be linked to that. Again, it seems that Pokemon with the name, like, Z and A have, like, quite a big kind of, I don't know, it just seems like they're catering to those Pokemon, but either way, evil team trying to take over the redevelopment plan, yada yada yada. Says Rayquaza and Zeraora have big roles in the story, and again, if they do get, well, I mean, if Zeraora gets a Mega Evolution, then yeah, that's probably going to have a big role. Rayquaza does have a big role in the anime, and we know from the internal talks at Game Freak is that they want the kind of anime and the games to coincide more together. So maybe that's why Rayquaza is such a big part of the anime. Maybe it's because it's going to be such a big part of Legends ZA as well. Maybe there's going to be like a, I don't know, like an arc, like a Legends ZA arc, like we got with the Legends Arceus arc in Journey. So it could be something like that. But either way, then goes on to say AZ does not return in the game. So, I mean, if it's set 25 years before the events of X and Y, obviously he's still going to be like wandering around looking for Eternal Floette, who apparently also does not return according to this rumor. So, I mean, I feel like he has to return, really. He's such a big character. Not literally, I mean, he is absolutely massive. He's like 19 feet tall or whatever. But he's a big, kind of, has a big role in X and Y, and I feel like he has to be in the game again. Like, we know that he's not going to get Eternal Floette if it's set 25 years before the events of X and Y, because obviously he gets him. It gets Eternal Floette back in the events of X and Y. But yeah, he'd still be like wandering around. Maybe he helps you a little bit. I just can't really see us going to Kalos and not having AZ in the game, unless it's set like really far in the future, which again I don't think is going to be the case. It says early purchase bonus is a unique costume through the mystery gift. So we did get costume mystery gifts in the past. We obviously got it for like the DLC for Scarlet and Violet and stuff, so maybe they do something like that. But I don't know, I'm kind of used to getting a Pokemon as the mystery gift, really. I don't mind it being like a unique thing. I mean, you get like pre-order bonuses for clothing. Like I think there was the Japanese Garchomp clothing for Pokemon Legends Arceus. So maybe, I don't know, maybe they've got like early purchase mixed up with like pre-order bonus or something like that. But either way, apparently it's a unique costume through mystery gift. The game takes around 40 hours to complete, which is decent. I mean, is that including all of the side quests and completing the Pokedex, something like that? Or is that just like the base story? It says there's 150 plus side quests, which is a lot. If we're just stuck in like one town, basically every person in that town is going to give us a side quest. Then like 150 is a lot. It says the shiny sparkle and the sound is back, but that has already been leaked, which yeah, it has. If you weren't aware, the diddling from Legends Arceus is back in Pokemon Legends EA, according to the leaker anyway, which I don't know why they'd lie about that, because they found a shiny Stunfisk and that's how they know it's back. They also say Outbreaks return as well, which I think, if we're set in the city and that's it, then I can't really see Outbreaks being a thing. But if we do go to like the outskirts and stuff like that, then yeah, obviously Outbreaks could easily return. I don't know, this is why we need to see a trailer, man. We need to just see some gameplay on it, just so we can kind of decipher when the game's going to be set, and when and like if we can actually exit out of Lumiose. Like when they mean Lumiose City, do they mean just the city, or do they mean literally everything around the city as well? So that's something that we really need to see the trailer for as well. And then they say all for now. So I mean, it's not a terrible rumor really. I don't know if I believe it all. I mean, I don't know. There's nothing really like making me not believe it. I mean, maybe 150 side quests is quite a bit 40 hours to complete, early purchase bonus. It's not really the worst rumor, but it's not really filling me with much confidence either. But again, it's posted on 4chan, so you gotta take it with a grain of salt. Probably fake until proven real, but either way, that's the rumor. Let me know your thoughts on it though. Do you think it is real or not? And then also let me know your thoughts on everything else we covered as well. What are your thoughts on the scrapped move from Generation 5? And then also, what are your thoughts on the Terastal Festival new set as well for the TCG? But that's everything from me though. If you enjoyed, like I say, drop a like, leave a comment, subscribe if you're brand new, ring the notification bell for daily Pokemon content. Have a great rest of your day, and until next time, peace.